እናመሰግናለን። መርሃ ግብራችን አሁንም ይቀጥላል። ከዚህ በመቀጠል ስለ ሰላም፣ ስለ ፍትህ፣ ስለ ርትዕ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ስለመጣው ከመቼውም ጊዜ በላይ አብዝተን ስለምንሳሳለት ሰላም ንግግር የሚያደርጉ እንደዚሁም ስለ ሰላም የተሰማቸውን አጠቃላይ ስሜት የሚያጋሩን እንግዶች እጋብዛለሁ። በዚህ መሰረት የመጀመሪያው ተናጋሪያችን የሚሆኑት የደቡብ አፍሪካ የውጭ ጉዳይ ሚኒስትር ዶክተር ናሌዲ ፓንዶርን ይሆናል። ወደ መድረክ ጋብዛለሁ። አመሰግናለሁ።
Following individuals who had a key role in the peace process will present their speeches on their impressions and thoughts on the success of this process that brought peace to our country. At this point, we now welcome to the stage Her Excellency Dr. Naledi Pandor, Minister of International Relations and Cooperation of the Republic of South Africa, to deliver her remarks.
Thank you very much to the program directors. I don't know whose idea it was to place the podium here. The setting for the event is absolutely splendid, but the podium is very far away. So allow me to begin. And you saw in the video I was wearing exactly the same dress when the peace agreement was signed. I do have more dresses, but this is my peace dress. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, Your Excellencies, President Obasanjo and President Kenyatta, Your Excellency, Deputy President Phumzile Mlambo Ngcuka, our key host this afternoon, Deputy Prime Minister Mekonnen and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I associate myself with the protocol that was read out so ably by the program directors earlier this afternoon. I wish to begin by expressing my deepest appreciation for the warm welcome and courtesies that I have received from all the people of Ethiopia since we arrived in this beautiful city of flowers, Addis Ababa. I can confidently say that all of us from South Africa feel most at home here in your beautiful country. I wish to again express our sincere gratitude to you, my dear brother, Minister Mekonnen, as well as the government of Ethiopia, for inviting South Africa to be part of this august occasion. And I bring warm greetings from His Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa and his government, as well as the people of South Africa on this day. Deputy Prime Minister, and Excellencies, given our experience of oppression and then freedom, as South Africa, we boldly shaped a foreign policy which we anchored firmly in the pursuit for peace, stability, and shared prosperity, not just in South Africa, but on the African continent. I find it extremely encouraging and fitting that we gather here today to celebrate the success of Africa's own peace initiative. I'm especially pleased that the government of Ethiopia and the leaders of the TPLF demonstrated confidence in South Africa's ability to host the African Union-led peace talks in Pretoria last year. On the 2nd of November in 2022, we witnessed the spectacle of a true Ethiopian spirit and the ability to resolve conflict through dialogue. The gathering of the parties in Pretoria reflected a true commitment to address conflict on the continent and to ensure that we lead in peace. We are heartened by the role that our apex multilateral organization, the African Union, and its leadership played in this process. And we honor you, AU Commission Chairperson, Honorable Faki Mohammed, for the role that you have played. Of course, we expect no less a role than such from our African Union and from ourselves as member states. Our continent, as we have seen, is endowed with excellent mediation and conflict resolution expertise. The role played by the panel, under the leadership of His Excellency President Obasanjo, supported by His Excellency President Kenyatta and Her Excellency Deputy President Mlambo Nguka, brings pride to our aspiration for African solutions for African problems. We've been closely observing the implementation of the cessation of hostilities agreement. And we are really, really encouraged and pleased to say that the progress that we've noted gives us all hope that silencing the guns in Africa is no longer a slogan, it is a strong possibility. And we hope that out of this agreement, the people of Africa will realize that conflict is what is causing us to experience underdevelopment, and that peace is the only route to development, and so all of us must exercise every effort to ensure that we enjoy peace on the African continent. I really wish to commend all parties in the steps they have taken to implement the Pretoria Agreement. The launch of the various structures relevant to the agreement has been, I think, very, very important, and we've seen the African Union monitoring, verification, and compliance mission playing a very important role in the peace-building process in the Tigray region. I wish to commend the continued commitment and support of the Ethiopian National Defense Force as well as the TPLF to the processes required by the agreement. I wish to conclude by appealing that in the process of implementing the agreement, no child, no woman, no person must be left behind. Humanitarian aid must reach all corners of the affected communities. All of you gathered here as leaders know that the success of a negotiation is judged not by the signing, but by what happens after we have signed the agreement. The progress we've noted thus far is testament that together and united in pursuit of peace, stability, and development, we as Africans can achieve much more. These are aspirations enshrined in our Agenda 2063, which refers to a peaceful and secure Africa for a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. It is most historical that the lessons of peace for Africa should come from the great nation that's never been colonized, Ethiopia. And it is correct that it should come just from here. We have now learned lessons on how best to resolve our disagreements, that we must resolve them through dialogue. I hope we'll continue to see a meaningful improvement in the silencing of the guns on our continent, in the promotion and protection of human rights, not just here in Ethiopia, but in every country on our wonderful continent of Africa. Our people yearn. They yearn for peace. They yearn for freedom. They yearn for the enjoyment of human rights. They yearn for prosperity. And together, the lesson we see here is we can make it happen. And I wish all success in this process. I thank you.
እጅግ አድርገን እናመሰግናለን። የደቡብ አፍሪካ የውጭ ጉዳይ ሚኒስትር ዶክተር ናሊዴ ፓንዶር። ቀጣዩ ተናገራችን ክቡር ኡሁሩ ኬንያታ በአፍሪካ ህብረት የከፍተኛ ተወካዮች አባልና የቀድሞው የኬንያ ሪፐብሊክ ፕሬዝዳንት ይሆናሉ። አመሰግናለሁ።